Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh. What in the fuck? Oh man, I'm sitting here in front of this camera, like just checking my messages. And it's like, what am I going to record? I don't want to do another comic book review. I'm just going to, sit here and think of something to talk about and do it or don't. And then I'm checking my messages, and god damn, I like read some message, just like some little notification, like, oh, here's a story that you might be interested in. And it's Daredevil and other Netflix heroes cannot appear in any new shows until 2 years have passed after cancellation. And I'm like, oh, that can't be true. Ah, shit. So I have to read all these articles, and then I'm going to do a reaction to it, which might be me crying. Ah, crap. All right. Well, blast. All right, we'll see how this works out. So I'm reading these articles. I was going to just read them all and then, react to them, but I need to talk about this. I need to get this out of my head. This is fresh in my head. I'm reading a couple articles. We Got This Covered has one article. Cinema Blend has another. Let's see. Inverse has another. I mean, it's just going through these briefly. Apparently, there is a clause in the Marvel Netflix contracts that state that the characters that they've optioned cannot appear in other non-Netflix series or in film until 2 years after cancellation, which is to say that we're not going to see these characters in anything else until late 2020 at the earliest. And with Jessica Jones and The Punisher not even coming out until next year, that's like 2021. Oh, man. That is so harsh. That is just brutal. Oh, man. So, I mean, from what I understand, from what I'm hearing about this, is that this was not a Disney thing. This was not a Marvel thing. This was firmly a Netflix thing. The Netflix wanted to cancel these shows, and if I'm following this, the reasoning goes something like this. Netflix has no competitors. Its existing competitors in the streaming video market are superfluous. I mean, they're pointless. Hulu is not a competitor. CBS All Access isn't even available outside the U.S. Most aren't. There is no credible threat to them. The closest you get really is Amazon Prime, and Amazon has been very, very tentative. I mean, they're very, very super cautious, they are not bold, they are not experimental, they are, maybe this will work? Okay, this seems to be working, we'll make 4 more episodes next year. Very, very tentative, very slow, very cautious. So Netflix has, in its niche market, which is a big market nowadays, no real competitors. No one can compete with them until next year, until the end of 2019 when this Disney Plus thing is coming out. And at that point, Disney's pulling all of its content, which is everything Disney owns, which is an enormous library. Everything Marvel owns, which is a very cool library. And now everything Fox owns. And that also, as an aside, means that Disney has... They don't own Hulu, but they have a controlling interest in Hulu. Okay, if that's true, then Hulu can... God, then Disney has options. Disney has a lot of options, and they are a real credible threat to Netflix. And from what I'm hearing, they're going to actually be cheaper than Netflix. I don't know if that's going to pan out or if that'll still be true a year from now. We'll see. What? Oh, cats. All right. I don't know if that's true, if that'll be true a year from now, but everything Marvel has, everything Disney has, everything Fox has, for less than Netflix, and they're making exclusive Disney, Marvel content. I mean, it's like, that's pretty killer. Right now, the Marvel Netflix shows might be really popular, but Netflix is paying a price for those. Every time they option those, every time they get the license for one, they are splitting, they're like sharing, if I'm following this right, they're sharing the profit from this. Though who knows what the actual deal is, how that runs down. Netflix is really closed mouths about its actual numbers, about how much what the viewership rates are. So no one knows. But if that's true, not only does Disney have its own streaming service, but they have a controlling interest in Hulu. They could actually share infrastructure with Hulu, I'm thinking, and like boost them or advertise with them, anything they can't or won't use. It's Disney, they're trying to be family friendly. They might shift over to Hulu. That means Hulu has all sorts of options open to it now, if that relationship goes down the way I think it might. So, really, canceling the series, all of the series, I mean, they literally announced Luke Cage was canceled the day Daredevil dropped. Like, the day it was released, it's like, yeah, we're totally... From what I'm seeing, apparently, here's the thing. Networks don't announce cancellations most of the time. When they do, it's usually hey, this show's being canceled. Pay attention to it so we can boost our numbers one last time. And hey, maybe check out the spin-off series or something like that. Usually, the only way you know about a show's cancellation is that they, like Entertainment Magazine or someone is like looking at the next year's lineup and goes, "Whoa, look what's missing," and then they run a story about it, and that's how you find out about the cancellation. It's rare we're just canceling the show, by the way. I mean, that is like my thinking is, and I have read other people also of this mind, is that this is like kind of a declaration of war between Netflix and Disney Plus, and that is so depressing because there is a deal. Part of their contract is that Marvel cannot put these characters on a movie or a non-Netflix program until 2 years after the cancellation. Like, I was sitting here hoping like maybe next year they're going to have like another Daredevil show, but it'll be on Disney. No, not Daredevil. Punisher won't be at the earliest 2021. Assuming they just massively push that production. It's not going to happen. None of them can. That is really depressing. That is depressing news. That just hit me so hard. Because I love the Netflix shows. I think in some ways they're the best TV shows based on Marvel properties. I like them more than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I honestly like them more than some of the movies. Just because they're a little more serious, more well-grounded, and they're series length, so there's a lot of time to develop characters, plotline, stories, and so on. That's all. I'm really upset about this. So, goddamn. I guess that's all. I'm out. This is me doing Vlogmas day 13. I'm more than halfway through these. Thank God. I think, yes.